Hi everybody. Here's a continuation of our talk about health topics. Today I'm going to talk about something that most of you don't know a whole lot about. It's called stress. It's a joke. I'm just trying to lighten everybody up about a subject that, quite honestly, I think for most of us somewhat of a nebulous thing. We hear this word stress, but we really don't understand what it does other than make our life miserable at times. So stress actually comes in four forms, believe it or not. Mental, emotional, it's probably the one we think about the most. The stresses that we have dealing with our finances, maybe your kids or your family members or work, your boss, wherever area it's coming, that's kind of what we think of stress the most. However, you actually have chemical stress, and that would include the food, quote-unquote food you're eating, which is oftentimes a major stress to the body because we're not really eating food. We're eating processed, man-made, whatever. Think of Pringles, by the way. But anyway, that's a chemical stress. Our deficiencies are also chemical stresses. You have physical stresses just from my perspective as a chiropractor, people are out of alignment, their neck hurts, their back hurts. Those are actually stresses to the body. And there are side effects to that beyond just having pain. The last one we don't think about too much is actually thermal stress. I'm talking cold weather, hot weather, things like that. And so those are the four different sources of stress. Today we're going to talk mostly about the first one I mentioned, and that would be the stress that you're having from life. Now, we have two major stress glands in the body, and they are called your adrenal glands. How many of you have heard of the adrenal glands? Probably a few of you. Does anyone know what they do? Okay, the answer is probably not. Because in my surveys over the years, most people don't really have a clue what the adrenals actually do for you. So I'm going to describe a little bit more about that today. First of all, the adrenals are actually right over your kidneys. And if you look at our sex education teaching aid we have here, only kidding. The adrenals are right here. That's what they look like, but they're actually on top of the kidneys. And I hope you can see it there, but here's the kidneys. They're right on top. So they're on top of the adrenals, or the kidneys rather. Their job, among many things, is actually to gear your body up for that stress. So let's say you go to work and you hate your boss, or you actually hate your work. Even before that, let's assume trying to get to work. Maybe you're stuck on the blue route or whatever. This is a stress to most of us when you have to put up with that and you have to get to work. Then you get to work, you may not even like what you do. You may not like your coworkers, you may not like your boss. These are all various stresses. In the meantime, you might be thinking of things that are going on at home, responsibilities that you have there. In the meantime, your adrenals are kicking in like turbochargers, literally, hormonally, choreographing a hormonal symphony occurring to help you deal with that stress. But the symphony overall is not helping you out. So eventually, these poor little adrenals, they just get so beat up that they begin to diminish in their ability to respond to stress and to just cope with your day-to-day life. From that, we get symptoms. And the symptoms can be so varied because the adrenals have so many different responsibilities to help you with your body's reactions to stress and to life. One of the things they produce is anti-inflammatories. How many people are taking anti-inflammatories for their aches and pains and problems? They produce antihistamines. How many people are taking things like Singular and those other drugs to help you with your allergies? They produce hormones to control blood sugar. Well, blood sugar problems can create almost any kind of symptom that you can imagine. The adrenals interact with the thyroid and other organs and glands. So from a weak adrenal, you can get anything, any symptom. If you're just treating the symptom, in other words, if you run to your doctor and you just get a drug for the symptom, he says go to CVS, well, that's not actually treating the real underlying problem, which I can guarantee is coming from your adrenals. So if the adrenals are getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and they are, and by the way, stress is accumulative. So it's not the stress you had last week or last year. It's since you've been on the planet. And if you've been around the planet for any period of time, your adrenals are running on fumes. So that's how the adrenals get weakened. That's how you get symptoms. To me, it's probably the number one problem that you have. And it's probably the number one reason you have things like blood pressure and headaches and pains and other symptoms that are related directly to the adrenals and how they interact with other parts of the body. You're going to learn all this when you come to this office, because we undertake, through our methods, all non-drug, all non-surgical, all natural ways of helping to get you healthier. And one of the things we're going to focus on is these poor little glands called the adrenals. Do a little Google search. Check for yourself about what the adrenals actually do. It'll blow your mind. For as small as they are, extremely powerful. The nutritional protocols we have are based on locating how these glands have weakened over the years and what we can do to bolster them again. Literally get them back up, flying high again the way they should. And we have methods to do that. We almost feed them, you might say, nutritionally. So the best thing really is to call 610-566-9040. The reason I say that is this. We have free consultations. You can bring your basket of symptoms to us and you can say, here's what's going on, here's how it started, blah, whatever it is, we're going to have a free consultation. You talk to me, I talk to you. Mostly I'm going to listen. And you're going to tell me what's been going on, and then I'm going to say, here's what I would recommend. And then we simply discuss a plan to get you healthy again. You might say life is short, but life can go on quite long if we don't have the quality of life as well as the quantity of life. And one of the things we have to do to make sure you have more quality of life is to take a natural approach to help these poor little glands that have been helping you for so long. Give them a break. So give us a call, talk to us a little bit, and help us understand what we can do to help you. Also, I want to let you know that Tuesday night in this office we have a program that helps you understand also more about the adrenals, how they may relate not only to your health, but if you're having problems with weight, which a lot of people are, that's what it's geared towards. Again, I hope to see you soon. Give us a call, and so long.